Which one do you do? Is it Agbaja?
Yes.
Agbaja. Okay, we have Agbaja.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Oh.
So probably when we are ending the conversation, we'll give you some
want
Agbaja
me to do
tunes.
Agbaja?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you're good at it, why not? We want everybody to see.
No, I'm not good at it, so that's not it.
All right, but ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Mr. Quashigah. You are an icon. We celebrate you today.
Is it?
Yes, you are an icon. Nobody has told you yet?
I hear it once in a while, but not. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I'm still working. I'm still trying.
But you're still an icon. You know, you can still be working and be an icon. How do you feel when you see these people that, when you met them, they were nobodies, but today they are celebrities and celebrated worldwide?
Well, it makes me proud. I feel very proud about it. Not about myself, but for them, because, mind you, I work with a lot of people, and some of them come out as stars, not all. So I feel very proud for those that have made it and are still trying their best to remain up there. Yeah.
How are you able to turn somebody from not knowing how to bring out their characterization into bringing out their characterization? I've always wondered how you do it.
Myself. Myself, I wonder. Well, I mean, first of all, what I do is that I think that I'm just blessed with a little bit of a gift that I'm able to see something in you that probably you are not aware of.
Right.
It starts with the way I talk with you. Okay. I ask a lot of questions. I want to know who you are, and then also to see how confident you are, and also how smart you are. Right. And so once I get that, I'm able to see how I can push you to what I want you to do. Somebody like Kabute Okansi, who was the famous Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
I mean, you've seen him on social media and with Nashoko. I always ask him, how do you know I could do that? But
I was wondering how you managed to create that out of him.
Well, I wanted something very flashy, very exciting. And then I saw an ad that he did, and I thought that I could push him further than what he did in the ad. And that's how it came out.
Wow. You are a genius. And, you know, I have so many questions for you, so many, but I want us to take a quick break. When we come back from that break, okay, so let's continue before. We'll go on a break pretty shortly. But don't forget to send in your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Lloyd Shola Adeyemi will be here to read all your messages. And also, today, we'll be having medical in the building. Yes, you heard it right, medical. Yeah, and are you guys excited? Hey, we hear you. And also we'll have KB Kobe Brown, who is a pastry connoisseur, come here and prepare something for us. I don't know what he's preparing, but since the festive season is just around the corner, trust him to give us something yummy, special for the Christmas. Right, so I'm still here with the man, Ivan Quashigah. Ivan.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the character push-up.
Yes.
He has said it several times, the rehearsals that went into it. Now, knowing who the personality is, you just said that you talk to people, you get to know what they can do. That's a very quiet man. Yeah. A shy man.
Yeah.
So how did you create Pusha?
Well, so the character was created on the script, in the script, right? Very boisterous, loud, pidgin English-speaking guy who likes everything in sketch. Okay, and so initially we did a radio drama series which was done on Joy FM. Right. And we needed people that could voice the characters, and then this guy brought Wakefield Akwaku brought Ajete Anan and a few other people. Okay. And so he wanted Ajete Anan to be Bibi. I think because Bibi would be chasing the lead girl. Right. But when they were, I was listening to them as they were reading, I felt that Pusha was, that is Ajete Anan, was a much more deeper person. His understanding of the character that they were trying to give to him at the time was much more deeper than the other actors. And I felt that since he was a bit more focused and more deeper, I could stretch him further.
Right.
So when I asked him to do Pusha, he was not happy because he thought that the BB role is the lead guy chasing the girl. That's what most people would want to go for. And I said, no, this is what I think you can do. But when we got to TV, that is where, to shoot a TV, that's where the character actually came together. Because what I needed to do was to make him visually interesting. There should be cues that when you see him, you would like about him. So when I was young, there was this seaman that used to come to Keta.
Okay.
And anytime he came, he would be walking, in a way. And those days in Qatar, we used to call that kind of walk, the swag, we used to call it galley.
Yeah.
I didn't know that galley, in actual fact, until I went to offshore, I went on the rig, the FPSO, before I found out that the galley actually is in the ship where they eat, their kitchen. So it means that those guys that come to Qatar and walk like that, most of them sometimes they work in the galley, in the ships. And they always had this cement jolly at the back of their pockets. And anytime they're talking, then they will fling it and all that. So I thought I could borrow that for Pusha. So the work that Pusha does in Things We Do for Love is actually called galley in Qatar.
So there was somebody.
There's something I've seen. I mean, as a creative, you need to be looking around. You need to be seeing things around you every time. People walk so that they don't fall in a gutter. But the creative, you walk around with your eyes wide, your third eye open, so you can see things, because your memory, your mind is like a bank, and you're keeping things in there. Right. When the time comes, you pull it out and put it on the screen for people to see.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. So you created a character out of somebody who was living.
Yeah.
But did the man know that Pusha was him?
No, he didn't know. He didn't know. He's an old man and with a lot of swag. And until he died, he was like, the way he dressed, everything is just swag. So I thought I could borrow that and put it into this guy. And I
know most people who are watching us are just wondering how it all started for you. You've been creative since I have known you.
Okay.
So tell us, how did it all start?
Well, I was born in Keta, in the Volta region, and my house, the family house I grew up in, the next door was a cinema house called Croydon Cinema. And then across the road was a Premier Cinema. And so, the area, we didn't quite have electricity. So whenever films come to town, that was when we would see something visual. So most often we listened to the rediffusion box. But the Croydon Cinema had broken down, so they were not using it. It was being used as a school. Okay. And then the Premiere was often, once in a while, used. So whenever films come to town, we were the boys that would go and negotiate with the promoters that we wanted to take the board with a poster on it and take it around town. Okay. In return, we were allowed to go to watch the film for free. Ah. So I watched a lot of films doing that. And then when we came back from watching the film, then we do paper cuttings. You know that thing, you have a box, we put a tracing paper in front of it, and then you have a stick on there. Wan Yu and Blowman, Bruce Lee and the rest.
They're children, they don't even know.
So we had that, and then that was what I would do, and then we fixed that together. We announced it in the neighborhood for the children to come to watch, and when you're coming, you have to pay gate fees, and then they'll bring their bofrot, sugar cane, everything that anything they could lay their hands on. And so that's how then I would be operating and telling the story. Oh, right. So that is the closest at the time I was born. That was the closest I had with film. But having completed Form 5, sixth form, and then coming to staying in Accra with my dad. My stepmom's big sister, Paulina, Mrs. Paulina Yani, is married to Mr. Atuyani, who is a film director. One day decided to invite me to his set, the last show, the filming of the last show. And the moment I got there, I knew this is where I have to be. So that is how I got into film. From seeing a film being shot by somebody, and then also when they were going to edit, I was in the editing room, and I said, no, I can't do any other thing.
Than to do this.
Yes,
what?
to do this.
Wow. We call it passion right there and then.
It was passion. It was also because I used to act. So I also had a bit of talent.
Right.
And those days, when I came to Accra for holidays, we would watch this Thursday theater, the Usofu Dazis and the rest. And so I used to pick things from them, you know. And so whenever we were doing our drama in school, the character they would give me most often is the funny, creative character. And I used to pull things from what I saw on holidays into it so that I would perform it. And so the character I played that term would become my name for the term. And then the next time I act a new one, and then they give me a new name. So I was already acting, and I had that kind of passion and talent for it. But as I was growing, I felt I was becoming shy. I'm shy. I'm a very shy guy. You don't know. I'm very,
do you agree that he's shy? No.
I am very, very shy. Believe me. But I am so I am both. I am also this. So whenever I am working, I am very loud. I don't shout on people on set. I don't blast people on set. No, I don't do that.
You're very quiet.
If I would do that, it will be very, very bad. So I don't do that. But the days that I've done that, I think Pusha will tell you that there were days that I just packed my things and left everybody on set because I'm very angry. Those days, I was very, very quick-tempered. But then now I am a more quiet and organized, organized person.
So now, talking about this, do you write your own scripts?
No, but then I do, like I'll start. And then I'll say, this is the direction I want, this is what I want. And then I would guide you through it. So hardly would you do a script for me and then I'll take it and then no. I'll deconstruct everything and redo it and make sure that it's worked the way I want it. There are lots of scenes that I would introduce in whatever I'm directing that is not in the script. Most often, people that I work with as writers, they all after we've hustled through the first 2 episodes, they want to see what I've done with the script before they can continue because I add so much to the characters, to the scenes and everything. And most often it happens on the spur of the moment when I'm on set. And it's often things that I've seen around where, oh, that's this guy.
Yes. Your babies.
Yes. Oh, man. My guy, Vincent.
Yeah. May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah, so I add so much. I like to add a lot. And I also allow the actors to also bring whatever. Film is a collaborative environment. So you can't say that you are the director, so you are the fountain of knowledge, nobody can talk and all that. For me, it's open. You are allowed to add yourself to it. And when I see it and I like it, I would just think, this guy, what's his name, Flex. We were filming YOLO and then he gave some instruction to one of the students. It's in the story. And then he said, Zamzain. And I said, I like it. I want you to be saying that all the time. And so I think now when people see him, that is how they greet him, Zamzain.
Wow.
Zamzain. Because it's something that he brought in, that he himself, he didn't know that I would like it.
Yeah.
And a strict director would say, what is that? Take that off. But for me, I feel that he added to it. So let's build on it.
I think you are more of a youth at heart with everything that you do.
Yeah,
because you have a way of, you know, bringing this trend. Talking about Pusha, it became a trend. You're almost all young boys wanted to walk like him and use the, you know, the handkerchief and all of that. Talking about YOLO as well, you know what I'm saying, became a trend. Almost everybody was saying, even TV presenters were saying, you know what I'm saying, became a trend.
Yeah.
So you have a way of bringing it out.
Yeah.
What was your very first major project?
Major project? Somebody asked me today. In actual fact, when I was in NAFTI, I was always with my seniors, because whenever they were doing their project, I will be with them, helping. I don't mind washing dishes. I don't mind doing anything. So I experienced a lot of big projects. Matau, Missing Children by the late Wallace Bampuado. I was assistant director.
Okay.
Assistant director, driver, production assistant, everything. I did everything on that set to get that production going. And incidentally, the director was my lecturer, head of, director of photography. Almost all the heads of departments were our lecturers in NAFTI. So it was like seeing my idols doing what they do best at close range for me to see what. So I learned so much from them. My major production, probably the one that broke me into the industry, would be Zando Kelly. I don't know if you heard about Zando Kelly before.
No.
Zando Kelly, I made Zando Kelly as a final year student of NAFTI. And that film won the First Paco. I'm sure you've heard about First Paco.
Yes.
First Paco was won by Ko Ansa,
Yeah.
Dr. Chris Hesse, Kofi Buckner, Alex Zandradua, and your humble self.
It's humble self.
Yeah. So that was my student production that was sent there to compete with the professionals, and we happened to be one first NAFTI student film to ever win the First Paco, and it's called Zando Kelly, and it's dealt with the conflict between the herbal medicine and orthodox medicine, represented in the characters. What I was trying to do at the time was try to define what could become the African storytelling technique in film production. When you watch the American films, they have their approach. When you see Indian films, there's an Indian film approach. Chinese films and all that, they have this thing. So I used to ask myself, what is the African storytelling technique or approach that we can define? And for me, I knew that we always tell stories within stories.
Right.
So we have proverbs, we have idioms, we have things that we tell that is within a story. So a story could have 2, 3 stories within it, but all of them are pointing at something.
Right.
And for me, that is what differentiates us from the other industries, like the Indian film industry and the rest. So and at the time too, I was in the second year, I used to roll out with my seniors, and we used to sit down for hours having discussions, intellectual discussions on the film approach and all those things. And I also met some film students from the UK when the school sent us out. And they were the ones that were sending me the African films. So African films from Mali, Suleiman Sisse's films, Tilai, Idrissa Ouedraogo from Burkina Faso, Usman Sembeni, all those films. And those were things that we were watching and finding out how we could create the African storytelling technique that we could use that would differentiate us and make it more unique, so that when an African film is seen worldwide, they would say that this is the unique way of our storytelling. And that was what I was doing. And then it resulted in Zando
the
Kelly.
TV series. Then after that one, after movies, you went into TV series?
Okay, so when I finished film school, we thought we were going to become the richest people in the...
And it didn't happen?
It didn't happen because the industry was different, you know. I experienced it when we did Mata, and that was a commercial film. So I was given the opportunity to go and show the film in the cinema houses. And those days, there were video centers. So you have somebody will bring in a projector, and then he's opened a video center. So you take the film there. But it was also an avenue where they could dub your film. So the next thing, your film is all over the place.
Right.
So that's pirating. So when you go, you have to watch to make sure they are not dubbing your film.
Yeah.
Then you also have to count the people at the gates, those that are entering.
That's it.
And sometimes you could see a crowd.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, they will give you some money and you'll be wondering how, because you were expecting much more than that. So after struggling through all that, I realized that no, I can't do this. So I went into advertising. So I worked at Lintas under the late Jacob Echebilamte, and I was one of the creatives. So I used to write advertising scripts. I wrote a lot of ads that you have seen that you wouldn't know.
Yes, yes.
The first break was Sika Sika. I don't know if you know. That was I wrote that.
Okay.
I created that.
Okay.
It was huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
All over
Yeah.
the place. And a lot more key soap ads, Royco
I know about the key soap arts as well. Yeah.
Royco ads, GTP ads, a lot of them. A lot of Unilever and those things.
Yeah.
I did almost all.
I remember the key soap, the one that you cut the soap and then the
you
key
see
is
that-
there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So but you know the thing about adverts is that you don't put your name at the end of it.
So people didn't
you would
know.
have created the thing, but you are the only one who would know that you did that. Yeah. So we did a lot of that, and then also events like fashion shows. So Celebration 2000,
Right.
Celebration of Colors for GTP with the late Kofi Ansah, launch of Sika Print, all those big things that happened those days. I was right in the mix.
You've done it all.
I was right in the mix of them. So basically, that's it.
Wow. Wow. And then you went into TV series and changed the face of TV series. Because at the time that you were going into TV series, we're not seeing a lot of young people who had just come out of university or secondary school coming into the limelight. You had to either belong to a drama group or you are not on TV at all. Or from School of Performing Arts.
So the thing about that is that because I was doing commercials, and most often we worked with people who were not actors, it gave me the training or the opportunity to be able to know how to get it out of somebody who is even not an actor.
Right.
So after doing that for a long time, I also learned that visuals, TV works with certain things.
Okay.
You could be sitting with your husband watching a TV and of a TV series, and you are madly in love with the lead actor, and your husband is also drooling over the lead actress, but you are not telling each other. That's the psychology of TV, of casting and all that. So when we got a chance to shoot TV, the series, Things We Do for Love, the intention was to bring out beautiful people, handsome guys, beautiful women and all that. And I was very intentional with it. The type of shots that I would give those people would make you fall in love with them.
We fell in love with them.
With them, And I was intentional. So the big close-ups and all that I was doing, it was all intentional to get some reaction from.
Which you got.
Which I got, yes.
But did you ever think it was going to be that big?
Well, I liked the story. When we were doing the radio drama, and it was part of the talk show, a talk show called Speakeasy on Joy FM those days. And so you had young people talking about reproductive health issues. And then we inserted a drama serial that had something like that. I felt that I could tell from the reactions, because we used to open the phone calls. So when people called in, they were, who is the pusher guy? Who is the Marcia? Who is this? We want to see them. Right there, I knew that I tested it with radio, and I knew it was going to be possible for it to work. let me tell you this. So when I told my bosses in NAFTI, in Lintas, that we wanted to shoot it into drama, they said the client didn't ask for it, so you can't do it. So what I did was that when we were going to do, we were shooting Fright All Women's Digest.
Right.
I'm sure you've seen.
Yes.
Yes. So I offered. There was a producer working under me in that my department. So I offered to direct Fright All Women's Digest. Okay. They used to do it for like 2 or 3 days. I said I will do 1 episode in a day. So the days that we will save, I will use it to shoot Things We Do for Love, the pilot. Okay. Okay. So I directed a Fright All Women's Digest, and then we saved about 3 or 4 days. And then I used it to shoot Things We Do for Love on the blind side of my bosses.
Oh, wow.
And then we edited it in the night, did all these things. So it was a staff deba. And so after the staff deba, we fixed the TV, and I asked Jake if they had 5 minutes, I want to show something to them. And then we played the first episode of Things to Do for Love. The moment he finished, they said, "Where's the second one?
Oh,
go and bring
wow.
it. Go and bring it."
Oh, wow.
That was how Things to Do for Love was born.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you have unearthed a talent like Fela Makafui as well.
Yes, yes.
YOLO.
Yeah, Fela Makafui came in, somebody brought her in for audition. And one of the tricks, I think that, I don't know if she knew what she did, but I think that Fela, you know, normally after they've done your auditions, I don't normally do the auditions myself. They will use the camera to do it. Then I would watch them and I would say, bring this person, that person, and all that. So when they were brought in, I made them to play the characters, and I kept changing them. So you would play this character, that character. And she was supposed to play something, and Fela jumped and hugged the, I think it was Drogba that she jumped and actually climbed him. Okay. Right in front of me. This is just an audition. But when she did that, immediately I knew that this person, all I have to do is bring it down a bit. Okay. Do you understand what that means? Because she has the fire already. Yeah. All I can do, I will say, is that just bring it down a bit or take it up a bit. Yeah. Because she's got it. So I said, okay, you stand here. Now, she was thinking she was going to play, what's the name of the lead character? The girl in YOLO. What's her name?
What's her name? Somebody help me.
Emily.
Right.
And those things. So everybody will be gunning for the leads. Do you understand? But I said, no, you will play Sewa. Now, she couldn't speak Tree because Sewa was supposed to be speaking Tree. And I said, okay, you will speak broken English. Yeah. She said she wanted to speak good English. People would think that she can't speak English. I said, no, that's what I want. Okay, and then we were filming, and when I say action, she will speak good English. I said, I'll tell her, no, I want you to break it down, turn it upside down. Then she would go like, no, 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 no. But the moment the first episode came out, second episode, and people started, you know, drawing to her. Like in the character? She said, damn, now she was just jumbling the English. You know, like, I don't even tell her how to mess it up. She would mess it up herself. And that's, I think, is so the trick about things when you go for casting, try and, if they ask you to give 20%, give 120%, because the director would try to, you know, would immediately see that you have several layers that they can bring things, this out of you, that out of you. Okay. And that works. Wow.
So, your style of audition, talking about video and then they come in person, I mean, what do you see in the video that you don't see when they come in person?
So the video, I just want to see how smart you are, how you look. Okay. If you are able to memorize a short script quickly and then render it, or how creative you are yourself. So that is the first step. Okay. Then the next step is for me to get to know you. So I would ask you a lot of questions, and I would ask questions about your parents, where you lived, and all those things. It gives me an idea of your life experience. Okay. Because for first-time actors, if you cast them out of their comfort zone, it's difficult for them. But there are some that for first time, they have it. Okay. But there are some that you have to keep them in their comfort zone. Make sure that so when you cast them in the area that they are conversant with, it's very easy for them to just replicate it on the screen for you. You don't hustle too much. Then the really good ones, you challenge them with a role that is a little difficult. They have to remember what they are doing and all those things. That is the trick to it.
Okay.
But I ask a lot of questions, and I would ask you, your parents, where you lived, what school you went to, your siblings. I just want to know you. And as you talk, I will be having an idea of who you are.
Right. And I must say, you have, aside putting people on TV, Farmhouse has also brought out some great producers.
Yeah.
Fantastic producers. I mean, I have experienced some of them. And
Really?
I must, oh, yes.
Are they good?
Oh, they are good. Fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
I've been fighting them.
Tell us more about Farmhouse, though.
Well, Farmhouse, we are cultivators of ideas. We are farmers of ideas. And I started thinking about setting up my company when I was in Lintas because I felt that I had gotten to the top, was like a executive director of Advantage Productions, and there was no more for me to go to.
Right.
So I needed a new challenge. And besides, I want to be able to say, I want to buy this equipment, I want to buy that, I want to buy that, which if you are running your show, you can do. So that's how I started Farmhouse at home.
Okay.
Alone. So when I go to work, I come back home and work until I got a post-production. I got some post-production in a bedroom. I used to do that. Then I moved it to one of my bedrooms, a guest room. And then I employed somebody. So I would go to work, but there was somebody who would come to work for me.
Okay. I
was doing these things part-time, until it became the main time, you know. So anyway, I was ready to, I must have done that for more than 4 or 5 years before I was sure that I could step out and do it myself.
Okay.
But then when I started, I was alone. Now we are about 25. A lot of people have come through. I think Lois is coming to...
Lois is coming to read the messages. Martin is here. Yeah. He's a co-producer on the show. So yes. Nanayao is part of social media.
Don't mind him. Don't mind them.
And they are all products of Farmhouse.
Farmhouse, yeah. I think that another thing is that I am blessed with the ability to train people. So when you work with me, you are training. And for me, just like I also studied from the feet of great ones like Wallace Bampoado, Mr. Atuyani, and the rest, Mr. Kwanzaa, Kofi Buckner. I was blessed to see them work and learn from them. I always open it for a chance for younger people. So when you come to me, hardly would I say, where's your certificate? I want to see it and things like that.
You don't take a look at that?
I want to see, I want to feel your passion.
Okay.
Because in our field, you should make mistakes and you should be ready to make corrections and correct them, keep going till you this thing. If you ask all of them, I'm sure they'll tell you I haven't seen their certificate. They tell me that they went to this school, but that's it. But then what can you do? That's what I want to know. And then if you're doing it, I will be correcting you and telling you to, some of them would say that I don't like them. Somebody told me that he has seen that I don't like him.
Is the person still there?
No, but he's a great producer.
Oh, wow. So he told you to your face that you don't like him?
He thinks I don't like him, but I love him.
Oh,
that's why I would be on your case.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I want you to be better than me.
Oh,
and so if I am picking on you and pushing you, it's because I like you.
I hope the person is watching. A person.
I hope so.
Yes. Now, talking about that, you are from a political background.
Yes.
And the creative art space is actually a space that we are always crying that we don't get enough from the government. Are you ever going to go into politics?
Well, they say you shouldn't say never, isn't it? So I can't tell. I've been doing it already. In terms of advocacy, and then anytime I get an opportunity, I make comments. Okay. And so when you go online and you Google my name, you will see that I've made comments on issues relating to the creative industry. The idea is that we should always be adding our voices to the need for the governments to see the potential of the industry. We have about 60% of our population being young people.
Yeah.
They need to find jobs. One industry that can give young people a lot of jobs,
yeah.
I mean, is the creative industry. And I've always been saying that it shouldn't take money to provide employment for young people in the creative space. What it takes is just creating the enabling environment for us to thrive. We are creative already, so we will find creative means of doing things, and then we will be able to employ ourselves. One thing I've always been saying is that if we can find a way, cut off taxes on some things like equipment. The cameras you're using here, they are not cheap.
Not at all.
Very, very expensive. And so, and we don't have gear houses in this country where you can go and borrow equipment and use. Abroad, they do that. Even in South Africa and other parts, they do that. You have equipment houses that people can go and borrow. We don't do that, maybe because of the way people take care of the equipment. So we tend to buy. So much of our capital is locked in equipment that we buy. You buy a camera, a really good camera would cost you close to about $100,000 if you are.
Wow.
You want, yes. A lens, one lens, piece of lens. It's the cheapest CP3 will be about $5,500 that you want, and you need about 4 or 5 of that to be able to shoot things we do for love or YOLO. Right? Do you understand? So now, if you make any profit, you are using it to buy equipment. Now, if we have a situation where these things are brought down, we will be in the position to shoot a lot more. In which case, a film that if I'm shooting the last production I did, I had close to 200 people on set working.
Which production was that?
I don't, you are in a different TV station.
All right, I understand.
So, yeah, but even YOLO, if you see the cast of YOLO, it's huge. Do you understand? It's huge. We shoot in Accra, then we fly to Tamale and go to shoot in Tamale. We flew. So it means the airline business also got some money from us. Then we hire vehicles. Then with the catering departments, people are providing food for us. So when we get there, there are caterers in Tamale who are getting business straight from us. Then costume. They all have to wear uniforms. So there are people sewing, there are people doing all kinds of things, people ironing, it's a lot. It's a huge thing that happens. And a lot of people can find employment in this area. It's not only film, there's also music, there's also fashion, all kinds of these things. So we just have to, the government just have to think deeply a bit about us and see what can we do for these guys to thrive. Once that is done, we will be flying.
That's so true.
Because our work, even though we will be creating works in Ghana, YOLO is watched across the world. If I show you the analytics on YouTube of places that the films, these things we do for love, YOLO, and all these things that we do are seen, you will be amazed. It means that we somehow are also putting Ghana on the map over there. It's not only Black Stars that is
so true.
kicking the ball.
We are doing it too. Your girl is here. Shola is here.
Shola is here.
Yes.
So those of you who don't believe that I am an actress, when I say people don't believe me, I mean today your eyes have died.
Ivan, was Shola an actress there, or what was she? What was her role there?
In
Farmhouse?
No, she was an actress we worked with.
Okay.
But then we felt that she could work within Farmhouse.
Okay.
And then so we got her to come to Farmhouse. And I think within a week, then she ran away.
She ran away?
To
Shola.
Oh, Ivan, don't say it like that.
Money
you know. No, but true. I started, yeah. I tell you, if you wouldn't believe that I'm a good actress. No, Mr. Quashigah, let them know that I was a good actress. Let them know.
Oh, as for acting, she was brought in to do to play the role of a nurse in a production. I think to have and to hold. And you see, the thing about all this is that when they give you a small thing, make a big meal out of it. Do you understand? Yeah. And I saw she did something in that. And I said, that girl can do a lot more than just what she did.
Right.
And so I am not surprised she's here.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so when she did it, I this thing. So we gave her a role in Strike. I think it was Strike,
yes, Strike.
Right? Strike. And if you watch Strike on Farmhouse Movies app, you would see her. And what she did was amazing. I mean, she adds so much to the character that as a director, you just sit and smile at the screen as you are watching.
Oh, Shola.
And then he gave me my biggest role on Aquaba Magic DST.
Okay.
RSM, and you know.
That was, you were in RSM?
Yes.
Too? Oh gosh, I forgot.
Wow. And then I ran away.
Then you ran away. So we have some messages coming in.
Have some messages for Mr. Quashigah. This one says that, hi, Rosling and Shola. I hope you're both doing well. It's an honor to finally see Mr. Quashigah Ivan. I've not met him in person, but I do enjoy watching his movies a lot. Please kindly tell him that I'm super proud of him. I just love your outfit by the Rosling and Shola. Thank you. This is courtesy by Valerie. Hi, Valerie. There's more. This one says, I'm Gloria from the Volta region. Shout out to Mr. Quashigah. The man is indeed a genius. I just got inspired by him. This one says that, Shola, why? Hey, my dear presenter, good day. Please, I'm 45, or I am an 45-year-old man, and I can still act for him. I have a lot of stuff with me. I really need him. Please, I'm Abdul. Please, I really need this man. All right, sure. This one says that Ivan really gives young people the chance to shine. He really does. This one says that, Shola, Shola, why? Is there still space? I want to take her place. Hey. You are not invited. But yes, if you know Mr. Quashigah, you know, obviously, he gives young people the chance to shine, and obviously I'm one of the products. I'm still there. Sir, please, when are we doing the next one?
The next one.
Next one.
You Jackpa?
He doesn't want you to Jackpa again, so no more roles for you. You are stuck with us.
I'm still his baby. So when you see me in the next, Farmhouse Production movie, or
yeah,
so that
of course, you are a great talent. So we always like to work with you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Mr. Quashigah.
Yes.
So we know you're married.
Yes.
How many children?
I have 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's nice.
I have a boy called Kekeli.
Okay.
I have 2 girls, Fafali and Lonoli.
Oh, all of them are Lee. Why?
And Lonoli played Anne in YOLO.
Oh,
George's sister.
Okay.
So the middle one is Lonoli.
Okay.
Then Fafali, that's Kelly, and then my wife is.
Oh, that's so sweet. You have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
Very lovely family. And they are all old. They are no more young.
Yeah, the last one is in the last year in the uni.
Wow.
So I'm done, eh?
Oh, of course. You are. But how do you find
But nobody
time?
should come with
Wait.
dowry now. They should wait small.
Did you wait there? How old do you want to get before they bring them?
They should. I just want to enjoy their company small.
Oh, but so they still live with you?
Yes. No, now they are
all gone.
schooling out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The 2 are finished, but they will come. Yeah.
Hey, they should come and stay with you small before. Eh?
Kelly is a film person.
Okay.
He's the firstborn, and
oh, he took after your footsteps.
yeah, he did filmmaking.
That's nice.
So he's going to be here to work with me.
Okay.
Possibly with director Lois.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So how do you find time to balance, family life and work life? Because work is very tedious.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, when you
That's
were young.
me and Kelly, yeah.
Wow.
When I was young. It's difficult for we creative people to, it sucks you in. It takes all your time. You could, I'm shooting a series, I wake up 4:30, I'm up. By 5:30, I'm out. So they would be asleep. Yeah? And then I'm coming back around midnight, and then they are asleep again. So they hardly see you. And so I quickly realized it when they were young. And so I try as much as possible, the time you have with your children, and I'm saying this to most young people or creatives who are coming up, is very short. The next thing you notice, they are old, and you cannot connect with them if you do not make the time to connect with them when they are young.
Right.
So you have to do all your best to connect with that child when they are very, very young. So if you have a free time, you do things like this, take them swimming, take them, do all kinds of games with them. And then if you are a bit in control of what you're doing, like I was a director, I used to let them come on set.
Okay.
And so they are sitting and we are watching the screen. When the cameraman says rolling, I say, you guys say action. And for them, yeah, I will say it. And that's how it started. So I try as much as possible to make time. Now that they are grown, when I have time, maybe we'll go dinner, we'll have dinner out somewhere. It's difficult now, they don't have time for me because they have so many things they want to do. So I'm begging for their time. But when I have time, I think this was in Greece.
Okay.
I would like to travel with them. Not only if you don't have it, you can go to my hometown, Keta. We have a nice beach there. You can go and
spend time with them. That's your wedding picture.
27th December will be my 28 years.
What?
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. The happy wedding anniversary in advance.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Quashigah, for us, we celebrate you. We've learned a lot from you today. I've been listening to your story. Shola, as for Shola, dear, she'll definitely be coming back to knock on your door.
Go back.
What do you say?
Of course I'll go back.
You go back?
Oh, no, of course. I've told you I'm his last baby. The baby he doesn't know he have.
Yeah.
He has.
You are the last baby?
Yes.
Hey, some of them are saying they're also last baby. He ran away. But are you holding auditions anytime soon?
No, we do auditions almost any time.
Okay.
So you just walk in, and then you say you want to do it, and we this thing.
Oh, okay, so you can just walk in.
When I announced auditions one day that I wanted, we were looking for actors, that people should come to Farmhouse. I saw a queue from the junction as I was driving in. I was like, what are these people? So I get in, I get down, and I wanted to enter. They said, no, go and join the queue. Because they don't know me.
Yeah.
So they are asking me to go and join the queue. So I had to call my staff to come and talk to these guys. So before I was allowed into my office. So we don't call for auditions anymore.
Okay.
Anytime you want, you feel like, you can just walk in.
Oh,
And we would, when we are free, we will do it for you right there. Or you can, the best tool you can do is get our office line. Nowadays, you can film yourself.
Okay.
Your phone, act in front of it, and send it to us on WhatsApp. We will watch it, and then if we like it, but make sure you mention your name and your phone number.
Okay.
And then you do your acting, and if we like it, we'll take it.
That's amazing. Ivan, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. We are super grateful. What are we doing for Christmas?
What am I doing?
Yes.
I want to rest, though.
Okay.
I want to sleep, But there are a few things I would go out to watch. I like the Christmas carols.
Okay.
So maybe I'll come to Labadi. Have you done
We've
it?
done it. We did it on Saturday.
I traveled. I came back 2 days ago.
Okay.
So I wasn't in town.
Okay.
But any other jam, I know you do some.
We have the party family in the park. Family party in the park.
Yeah, the family is not here, so I'm in the. I can't be in the park.
Don't worry, any other event will invite you. Ivan, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. We are very grateful. And thank you all so much. We are not done yet. We are going into the kitchen to get some, I don't know what he's baking though. It could be cookies, it could be waffles, it could be anything. But definitely, KB is going to bake something for us all.
So sad. You are telling me to go.
No, you are not going.
Cooking.
Oh, but you can stay for us to go. All right, so on that note, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we go straight into the kitchen. Do stay.